Okay, Schwaber's going to hear it now. I think you can hear it. Hello. Shalom Aleichem.
There is a light. What makes it shine? When I do right, it becomes mine. Straight from the heart, happiness grows. Where there's a light, life overflows. There is a seed. What makes it grow? Where a little leaf, there I will go. Straight from the heart, truth never fails. Where there's a light, justice prevails.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome to Congregation Micah. My name's Philip Rice. They do call me Rabbi Flip. That is Cantor Josh Goldberg. And then we got Chris Smallwood over there on the piano. We want to welcome everyone and always remind them, at least I try to, that we are an inclusive, innovative synagogue that explores and celebrates Jewish life, that is really committed to building community and repairing the world. And we gather tonight after a long holiday season that was quite joyous. We think we cannot help, inevitably, of the difficulties that remain in the Holy Land of Israel. And I often point out that there is war in the world, but there's also sometimes a war inside here. It's a war between good and evil. It's also a war of chaos versus shalom, versus peace. And what we can do as we welcome Shabbat is to let the week go We have some powerful things that are going to happen in our sanctuary over the course of this weekend, and it begins this evening. You are going to hear from Dr. Noreen Green and from Adam Middlestein, and they are going to play for you and really tell you a story of hope from some of our darkest times as a people. I believe St. Paul's Episcopal Church is visiting us this evening. We want to welcome them. Where are they sitting? Okay, they're over there. And part of how we build community is by taking a little time to celebrate the good things that are happening in the life of our community. One of those things begins really tonight and tomorrow night, and that is, tonight is the beginning of the 39th winter shelter season for Room in the Inn. So for 39 years, there has been a homeless shelter started by Mr. Charles Strobel, and we participate in that. And tomorrow evening, we will host, along with our partners, Creve Hall Methodist Church, I think a number 8 to 12 homeless men for the evening. They offered us a prayer to share, so I thought I would start that way, and it goes like this. Good and gracious God, you are the source of all life, and we beg you this day to enrich us even more. Enlighten our minds with your wisdom and open our eyes to injustice. Pierce our ears with the cries of the poor and give words sincerity and truth. Warm our hearts with compassion, strengthen our will to serve. Soften the toughness of our pride, soothe our passions for revenge. Remove the greed from our pockets, wash the blood from our hands. Open our arms with hospitality. Move us always to speak freely. Fill our bodies with courage, color our skin with brotherhood and sisterhood. Wake us from the deep sleep of apathy and inspire us with dreams of peace. Let us breathe the clean air of purity. Help us walk the steps of freedom and create in us, O God, a new person, fashioned in your image, making us realize that we are meant to be sons and daughters of your beloved community, perfect examples of your love. You can join me in that Hebrew word, amen. Amen. Okay. So a few other things going on in the life of our community. Both Rabbi Lori and I have separate weddings tomorrow evening. That's like a joyous thing, right? Yeah. There will be a bat mitzvah that will take place here tomorrow morning. And then on Sunday, our room will be filled again with families and kids celebrating religious education. That's just this weekend. We've got a whole slate going on over the course of the year. What's going on in your life? Has anyone celebrated a birthday in the last week or looking forward to one? We got a birthday? We got an anniversary. Hold on. Wait. Drum roll. Okay.
We are grandparents.
Oh, that's a good one. Is there a name?
Rio Irving.
Irving. Where's the location? Where? Here in Nashville, Tennessee. That's a beautiful thing. The Jewish community is growing. I like it. Yes. Sue's got something.
I have two related things. And they're related to is that about right? Okay, thank you. My having lost my husband back in May, and I went back to Ireland for the first time to visit my beautiful granddaughter, grandson, whose name is Liam. And on the way there, I lost a suitcase. I was kind of sleep deprived, and it disappeared when I was collecting my other suitcase. And this is luck of the Irish. I get a phone call now. 3 months later, it has reappeared.
Wow.
Nothing's gone. No one took my earphones. No one took my legal papers. That's number one. And number two, I had lunch today with the pulmonologist, the doctor who took care of my wonderful husband, Baxter, and we have become fond friends, and that is just the best.
It says in the Torah you're supposed to return lost items, too, so I like that. You got one? Oh, yes. The Rice family has grown larger, too. I have a cousin niece, we can call it. My dad has now a new grandniece in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yeah. It's good for bone marrow, for the family, is all I'm saying. Someone needs a kidney. Somebody else? What do you got, Ron? Here.
Birthday. Mine. 82.
Mazel tov on the birthday. Has everybody got anything else? We're bringing some joy in. What do you got, Jay?
I'm happy to celebrate my sister who is in town, and we get to celebrate her birthday as well.
See, what happens is we find that people who sing and celebrate their joys, they seem to feel happier and sing more. And if you're singing more, you're happier. And so we're going to let the week fall away and all the sad things, and we're going to bring in a little light. And Sue, for your good things, you're going to come forward and light our Shabbos candles here. Incidentally, your daughter, I think, knew Sarah Baum. She's one of the people getting married on Saturday night, someone who grew up here at Micah. Okay.
La 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, Vetzivanu lehadlik ner, Vetzivanu lehadlik ner, Vetzivanu lehadlik ner, Shel Shabbat. Yalalalalai, yalalai, lai, lai, yalalai, yalalai, lai, lai, yalalai, yalalai, lai, lai. And to welcome our Sabbath angels, I have two friends who came all the way from Los Angeles. They've been here visiting scholars at Vanderbilt University this week, and they're joining us tonight. So Dr. Noreen Green and Adam, if you come up for Shalom Aleichem, you'll get to hear more from them throughout this service. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaShalit, Malachei Hayom, Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaShalit, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaShalit, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. sharet malachei elyon mi melech malachei halachim HaKadosh HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We are going to invite those who do not find it difficult to please rise for the words of Hatzi Kaddish and the call to worship.
Yitgadal ve'yitkadash shemei rabba Be'alma divrach yiruteh ve'yamlich malchuteh B'chayechon uvyomechon Uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael Ba'agala uv'izman kariv V'yimeru amen Yehi shmei rabba mevorach Le'olam ul'almei halmaya Yitbarach Yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'yitpa'ar ve'yitroman ve'yitnaseh ve'yitadar ve'yitaleh ve'yitalal shemei dekudesh shaberichu le'ela min kol birchata ve'shirata tushbechata ve'nechemata damiran be'alma ve'meru amen. Yai la 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 Yai la 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 Yai la 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 Yai la 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 Yai la 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 Barechu et Adonai hamevorach Baruch Adonai hamevorach hamevorach le'olam va'ed hamevorach hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim Asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim Bechol poteach she'arim משנה עיתים ומחליף את הזמנים ומסדר את הכוכבים במשמרותיהם ברקיע כי רצונו ולילה גולל אור מפני חושך וחושך מפני אור בורא יום ולילה גולל אור מפני חושך ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב, המעריב, המעריב הרביב. אהבת עולם. אהבת עולם, בית ישראל, עמך אהבת, עמך אהבת. תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד, כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגה יומם ולילה, נגה יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני, אדוני אחד. ברוך שם כבוד, שם כבוד, מלכותו לעולם, לעולם ועד. Please repeat. And you shall love Adonai with all your soul and all your might, and teach these words through day and night to all your children, for it's their right. And wear them proudly as a sign upon your hand, and as a crown above your eyes. And you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates throughout all time. And you shall love Adonai with all your soul and all your might, and teach these words through day and night to all your children, for it's their right. And wear them proudly as a sign upon your hand, and as a crown above your eyes. You shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates throughout all time.
Thousands of years ago, the prophet Jeremiah addressed the Jewish community living in exile, like us. And he said, "Banu vatim v'shevu," build houses and live in them. "V'nitnu gavot v'ichlu et prinyan," plant gardens and eat their fruit. "Urvu sham ve'el tim'atu," multiply there, do not decrease. "V'dirshu et shalom ha'ir asher higaleti etchem shama," and seek the welfare of the city in which you have been exiled to. "V'hit palalu ba'eda el Adonai," and pray to God on its behalf. "Ki v'shloma yihiyeh lachem shalom," for in its prosperity you shall prosper. And I share this with you now, because a very big election looms. And as Americans, as Jews, it is our civic duty, it is our opportunity, it is a freedom we have been given to vote. And this past Yom Kippur, I spoke about the importance of choice, of picking wisely. If you did not get your guitar pick, we still have some on the way out. We need to make smart choices to create the kind of world, city, that we want to live in. In a democratic society, voting is one example of making such a choice. In fact, in the Babylonian Talmud, in a section called Barachot, which means blessings, on page 55a, Rabbi Yitzhak taught, a ruler is not to be appointed unless the community is first considered. And Rabbi Yitzhak further explained that in the Torah, Betzalel, he could only be chosen to build the tabernacle after the community approved. This deeply embedded ethic of political participation has guided Jews to enthusiastically participate in the democratic process. And today is no different. So please allow me, before our Song of Freedom, to offer this short prayer as we've been instructed by our sages on Election Day, so that we can treat the obligation with the reverence that such an act deserves. Mishaberak Avotenu v'Imotenu. May our God, the God of all of our ancestors before us, grant us each the wherewithal to fulfill this calling with care, generosity, gratitude, and wisdom, ever conscious of the extraordinary blessings of freedom and ever mindful of our duties to one another. Bless as well all those who volunteer to labor on our behalf, our elected officials, and all who hold public office, that they also exercise their responsibilities with wisdom and fairness and justice for all. Fill them with love and kindness, and bless them that they may walk and lead us with integrity on the paths of righteousness, so that all may be one day be free. We sing in celebration of that freedom now.
la ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב גאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל
And it is here around our Song of Freedom that we are constantly reminded that there are plenty of people who are not free. And we sing a song, we hope, of redemption, what we call Matir Asurim, written by Cantor Goldberg.
Yes, and this is one of those tunes that I hope will no longer be necessary for much longer. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam So last week, who was here for Donnie Moss sang last week? How amazing was that? So we're going to keep his music going with his melody, and I'm going to call back up our special guest to help me with Hashkivenu, our prayer for shelter. Hashkivenu, Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu, Leshalom, Leshalom, Hashkivenu. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, ve'hamidenu shomereinu l'chaim u'l'shalom, u'l'shalom. Hashkivenu, Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha.
Hashkivenu, Adonai
שלום, מעתה ועד עולם. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, שלומך השכיבנו, השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, לשלום.
We are going to invite you, if you again do not find it difficult, to please rise for tefillah, our central prayer.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avoteinu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל העליון, כומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסרי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח מוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישוע, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללו סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
As always, we leave a little time for silence, and when you're done, you may be seated.
Conclude with a prayer for peace, a melody by our very own Michael Oakes, who will be with us in a couple of weeks back at Micah. Shalom Rav. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam Shalom Rav. Ki ata u'melech adon, melech adon, lechol hashalom. Ki ata u'melech adon, melech adon, lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, al Yisrael Amcha. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, al Yisrael Amcha. Tasim le'olam. V'tov beinecha levarech et amecha Yisrael b'chol leit u'b'chol shah bishlomecha, bishlomecha. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha. Tasim le'olam. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav.
And as always, after our prayer for peace, we think about those people who lack that sense of shalom, that sense of wholeness because they are ill. The list in front of me includes the names Linda Duke, Stephen Wallach, Jeff Margolis, Jared Camrus, Alan Mandel, Victoria Cohen Crumpton, Mark Hiller, Eddie Sandberg, John Mitchell, and Bill Schreibman. We, of course, always take other names, people you may know of from other communities who are in need of such a prayer. We think of all people everywhere in need of such a prayer, and we invite you to sing with us.
Na lights. Thank you for all these blessings throughout our days and nights. We celebrate the journey, this precious gift of life. I want to formally introduce our guests now. We are so lucky to have tonight Dr. Noreen Green, who is many things. Among them, she is the founding artistic director and conductor of the Los Angeles Jewish Symphony. She is a trailblazing inspirational conductor, educator, and lecturer known worldwide for her knowledge and skill in presenting music with Jewish themes. She's served as guest conductor and lecturer in the United States, Israel, South Africa, Spain, Australia, Canada, the Caribbean, and now Nashville, Tennessee. How about that? And not only that, she directs a community choir in Los Angeles that I sang in 10 years ago, and that's where I met my wife, Andrea. So I have her to thank for that. And she's also a dear friend and mentor, and yes, join a choir, you meet your b'sheret. Could happen here too, you never know. So very grateful to have you here, Noreen. And this week I got to meet Noreen's friend Adam Milstein, who is a violinist, and he has developed a multifaceted career as a performer, lecturer, and music curator. He's the program director of the Ziering Conlin, did I say that right? Initiative for Recovered Voices at the Colburn School in Los Angeles, a resource that encourages greater awareness and more frequent performances of music by composers whose careers and lives were tragically cut short by the Nazi regime in Europe. And we're so glad to have you here tonight to present a few pieces and talk to us about the composers. So welcome, and come on up. They presented this beautiful film on Wednesday that I got to attend at Vanderbilt called Symphony of the Holocaust. And following that, they performed this symphony with the Vanderbilt Student Orchestra, and it was really amazing. So they can tell you more about that and about the pieces they're going to present right now.
Thank you, Josh Cantor. Josh was not a cantor when I first met him, and he was a wonderful tenor, and I think I gave him his first cantorial solo in the choir. So Adam and I have been here working with the Vanderbilt University, and the Symphony of the Holocaust is a documentary film that traces the life of Shani Alex Braun, who was a violinist, and at 13 he was interned in 4 death camps. And he survived, obviously, and the violin and music saved his life. And throughout that time in the 4 death camps, he had melodies going through his head, and he remembered them, and then years later, in Los Angeles, after he had established himself as a violinist and a composer, he wrote it all down, and it was his pièce de résistance. It was his thing. It was his Symphony of the Holocaust. I had the very good fortune of personally knowing Shani. I played for him when he had the symphony in its infant stages, and then I premiered it with orchestra in Los Angeles, and that's what we did after the screening with the students, and Adam was the violin soloist, and he is actually playing on Shani Alex Braun's violin. So this is the violin that Shani composed the Symphony of the Holocaust on. And Adam, why don't you tell us a little bit about the violin?
Sure. Can everyone hear? Oh wow, I can hear myself. It's such an honor to be here, and what a beautiful service. And thank you so much for inviting us here. It's been great getting to know you the past couple of days. We also went to an amazing show last night at the Ryman, so it's been awesome. We had a really good time. Anyway, this violin is made by Nicola Galliano. It's from probably 1720 to 1740, and you'll hear it again. I mean, you heard it a second ago, and it's just an unbelievably beautiful instrument, and this is something that the composer who we played the other day got when he came eventually to Los Angeles. And it's such an honor to play on an unbelievable, old, beautiful Italian instrument.
So the first piece we're going to do is Canti Brega by Mario Casanova Tedesco. Mario was an established composer in Italy, and when the fascists came, Mussolini, his music was banned. And he read the writing on the wall, and he took a boat to California. And he actually worked at Cal Arts and was the teacher for such composers as John Williams and Jerry Goldsmith and Henry Mancini. So this is his Canti Brega. It was actually originally written as a vocalese, and then it became so popular that it was then transcribed for cello and then for violin. So we're going to do the violin piano version. The next piece we're going to do is called Mazurka. How many of you saw the movie The Pianist? So that's about Vladislav Spielman, who survived the Warsaw Ghetto. He was not only a pianist, he was also a composer. And this piece is composed by him, Mazurka. And the last piece is a fun piece called Dance of the Rebbitzin. This was composed by George Perlman, who wasn't involved with the Holocaust. He lived in America, but he wrote several suite Hebraicas and an Israeli concertino, he called it. And this piece is dedicated to Yehuda Menuhin, who actually performed this piece in the camps after they were rescued. So.
What a real treat. What a real treat. I feel like the Rebbitzon's wife was, the rabbi's wife, I felt like it was written for me. I feel like it was we want to thank them one more time and give them a round of applause for the holy work you do.
Thank you so much. Make sure to check out Los Angeles Jewish Symphony and Recovered Voices. And maybe we can show the film, The Symphony of the Holocaust, here at some point. That'd be cool.
If you want to do a screening, you got to talk to the director.
We'll talk to them. But thank you guys so much.
True tales of hope coming out of very dark times, which is, I think, very inspiring to us now. We're going to go ahead and move right to our Mourner's Kaddish. We think specifically at this time of those we've been mourning for this year. They include Clinton Thomas McCormick, Ken Eisenberg, Alton Grove, Judith Mandel, Jonathan Biller, Gertrude B. Noren, Sidney Rappaport, Alan Grolman, Jeff Harwood, David Plashnik, Alvina Pereira, Homer Middleton, Dr. Daniel Bachman, Michael Walsh, Alan Elliott Goldstein, Jace Abramovich Margolis, Judith Richter, Carol Isabel Korn, David Crystal, John Holmes Wolfarth, Edward Horn, Dolores Edward, Susan Duffy, Maris Schwartz, Baxter Overton, Alan Frohl, Joe Fontella, Esther Didi, Denbo Lippman, Chip Alberts, Senator Joe Lieberman, Alex Morgan, Iris Weissman, Matthew Curlin, Ellen Oakes, Claire Schwartz, Elizabeth Lazar, Richard Dick Eskin, Mary Spencer, Erwin Schwartz, Patricia Helen Barnett Wind, Lizzie Kappelman, and Ava Marks. Looking for also those we recall on the anniversaries of their deaths. Here they are. Lorraine Emilio, Selma Vivian Bear, Sarah Barnett, Elizabeth Hare Kurland, Zelda Escrow, Marlene Frajman Karp, Abraham Fishman, Thomas Glenn, Thea Godofsky, Morton Goldberg, Bessie Jacobs, Joseph Kaplan, Lillian Coral, Sam Michael Sr., Bob Murray, Dr. Sidney S. Rice, Ada P. Rosen, Isaac Rosenzweig, Sarah Schwartz, Desiree Zamek. Is there any name I've neglected to mention you'd like to say at this time? I invite you all to rise one final time for Kaddish Tomar Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah be'alma divra kirutei ve'amlich malchutei b'chayachon uv'yomachon uv'chayei d'kol beit Yisrael b'agalav izman kariv imru. Amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lalmei almaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudisha brichu le'ela min kol birkata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlomo rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. We ask, as always, that their memory live on as a blessing. You've got something you want to announce that's happening musically this weekend?
Yes, if you're hankering for some hot chicken, you should come to the JCC on Sunday for Nash Jam Fest and the Kosher Hot Chicken Festival. There'll be music and all kinds of different arts. I'll be playing with the band at 2:15, so come on by and enjoy all of that goodness. I want to say thanks again to Chris Smallwood, to Dr. Green and Adam and everyone. And let's do Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat 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 shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat 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 shalom. Shabbat 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 shalom. Shabbat 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 shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat 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 shalom. Good Shabbos. Thank you, sir. I'll see See you tomorrow. Have a good show.